Welcome to our education channel from class 10th mathematics, the chapter number 7 is ratio and proportion. So actually ratio and proportion in class 8th, 9th you already studied. So in this class 10th we'll go some more deep in this ratio and proportion, right? So these are the topics. First we'll see the what is ratio, already you studied in previous classes. Next main ratio definition and how the problems based on this ratio we'll see is in second topic. Increase or decrease in ratio. So while increasing certain quantity or decreasing, and how the numerical problems, the word problems will come from this ratio, I'll explain in this topic. Then composition of ratios. What are the types in this? And proportion and continued proportion difference based on that the numerical and word problems. And important properties of the proportion. So in the main thing in proportion is defined as well as the properties. According to the properties, the solving the problems. And the important one is the direct applications. So the word problems, especially from this direct applications, let us see in this. So these are the topics I'll explain briefly one by one. So already, as I said, we studied in class 8th, 9th about the ratio in chapter. So we supposed to go deeply in this. We'll start with ratio basics now. So in ratio and proportion, first let us discuss about the ratio. Ratio of two quantities of the same kind and the same unit is called comparison. So nothing but, for example, 10 centimeters and there is 15 centimeters. Two quantities. To compare these two quantities, we can use the ratio. So 10 is to 15, which is the smallest number we can cancel. It's 5 table. 5 times 2, 5 threes. So 2 is to 3. So comparing the quantities is nothing but ratio on same kind, same units also. So we could not compare with 10 centimeters and 15 meters. So it must be same units. Then only we can do comparison. And the thing if you observe, here is A is to B or A divided by B. Both are same. Ratio is in between. A and B means A is to B or A by B. This is in our fractional form. This is in ratio. A is to B or A by B, both are same. And units, without units only we suppose write A is to B or A by B. Should not write units. And always ratio must be in simplest form. So should not stop the problem 10 is to 15. You must write in simplest form, that is 2 is to 3. And here is two words. First term or first quantity and second quantity. Right, here is a antecedent. First quantity is antecedent and second quantity is called, so second one is a consequent. Antecedent and consequent, A and B, A is to B if any two. So in this 2 is to 3, 2 is antecedent and 3 is the consequent. This is the second quantity. That's the main thing. And whenever there is no common factor, should not means highest common factor should be only 1 for the ratio to represent. This is important thing. That means there is no any common table still. So highest common factor should be only 1 to denote the ratio. Remember that. And let us see some problems first. Then you can get more clear idea how the questions will come from these ratios. Here is if 3a plus 2b is to 5a plus 3b is equals to 18 is to 29. Now find a is to b. Actually regarding ratio and proportion, almost basic properties, basic concepts studied in previous classes. Even our channel you can find the previous class videos also about the ratio. You just go through that. Still if you need more clarify, right? I'm going to start directly the problems based on this. Here is 3a plus 2b is to 5a plus 3b is equal to 18 is to 29. Find a is to b. That means if you can able to find out a divided by b, there is only nothing but a is to b. Keep in mind. So here is 3a plus 2b by 5a plus 3b is equals to 18 divided by 29. two methods. One is just do the cross multiplication. You can cross multiply first fraction numerator into second fraction denominator. So 29 into 3a plus 2b is equals to 18 into 5a plus 3b. We can simplify this now. Or 29 into 3, 27. So 87a plus 58b is equals to 18 5. So 90a plus 54b. Take the a terms one side. A terms one side. 90a minus 87a is this side. And 58b minus 54b. Then 58 minus 54. So this is the 4b is equals to 3a. Then a divided by b. So a is here. B take this side, 3 other side. That means 4 by 3. 4b is equal to 3a. So a by b is 4 by 3. That means a is to b is equals to 4 is to 3. This is the way we can use this. And one more question. If x is to y is given, x is to y, 2 is to 3, find 3x plus 2y is to 2x plus 5y. This value you have to find out. X is to y is given. Now from this, what you have to find out, you can take that. 3x plus 2y divided by 2x plus 5y. So is the given statement is x is to y is equal to 2 is to 3. That means x divided by y is equals to 2 divided by 3. X by y place we can write 2 by 3. So there is no only x by y, only x or y is the given. That means just to divide with letter y, numerator and denominator. So 3x plus 2y divided by y. Again 2x plus 5y divided by y. Numerator and denominator divide with letter y. Now the question will be changed like this. Separate the denominator. 3 into x by y plus 2y by y is 2 only, right? Again 2 into numerator, separate the denominator. So 2 into x by y plus 5y by y is 5. Now in the place of x divided by y, write 2 by 3 value. In that place you can write 2 by 3 and simplify. Therefore 3 into this is 2 by 3 plus 2 divided by 2 into again 2 by 3 plus 5. This you have to simplify. If you simplify this, you can cancel 3, 3. 2 plus 2 is 4 and 2 to the 4 by 3 plus 5. Do LCM. 4 divided by 4 plus 15 by 3. Finally reciprocal, so 12 by 19. So 12 is to 19. This value is 12 by 19. No? So 12 is to 19 we can write. So two type of questions in this. If it is given this format, to find out, directly go for cross multiplication, and reverse, like x is to y is given and they're asking this value. X is to y means x divided by y. Now to get x divided by y, you should divide with y both the sides, numerator and denominator. That is 12 by 19. That means answer is 12 is to 19. This is the way we can solve, and let us see the few more concepts, especially from this increase or decrease in ratio. Increase or decrease in ratio. So especially in this concept, when ratio is increased or decreased from the original, or find out the increased fare, or to find out the original fare, those type of questions we can notice in this topic. For example, the cost of an article increased from 20 rupees to 24. 20 to 24 rupees is increased. So if you want to find out the new, which is the new price, 20 to 24 rupees is increased. If you want new price, we'll take 24 divided by 20 into original price. So second number divided by first number into the original price. That means either increase or decrease, like A to B, increase or decrease, both the cases. Now if you want to find out the new price or new thing, is B divided by A into the original. either increase or decrease. Now for example, this is a ratio 20 to 24 rupees. That means if you simplify and you can cancel this, no, 5 table, not this 4 table, 5 and 6. So that item, so any quantity is increased from 5 is to 6 in the ratio 5 is to 6. If you know the original price, then 6 by 5 into the original is the new cost. Okay, this is the basic thing you remember. Increase or decreased in the ratio A is to B, then the new article or new price is exactly equals to B divided by A into original. Okay, this you remember. Let us see some problems based on this. In this question, when a fare of a certain journey by an airliner was increased in the ratio 5 is to 7, the cost of the ticket for the journey became 1421. This is a new, changed. Find the increase in fare. So we can find out the original first. So it's increased in the ratio 5 is to 7. Like A is to B is equal to 5 is to 7. Then cost of the ticket for journey became 1421. It already increased. So new one it is. That means 1421. The new one is equals to B by A. Second number divided by first number. Remember, that is 7 divided by 5 into original fare starting before increasing. So original price. Now from this you can simplify. 7 by 5 take this side. Then original price is equals to 1421 into 5 divided by 7. 7 by 5, no, take other side, 5 by 7. This if you simplify, you'll get 7 times 2, 0, 3. 203 into 5. So 5 3 is a 15, 0, 1 and 5 2 is a 10. 1015 is the original. They're asking find the increase in fare. Increase means from 1015 to it's increased 1421. So you can find out the increased fare just only by subtracting these both numbers. So the increased fare is equals to original, so present, which is changed. New one is 1421, original is 1015. You can subtract that, we'll get so 406, right? This is the main thing. The new price, a new change, new value is second number divided by first number, second ratio divided by first ratio into original. Either increase or decrease, you can use the same formula. See one more question. This one, in a regiment, the ratio of number of officers to the number of soldiers was 3 is to 31 before the battle. In the battle, 6 officers and 22 soldiers were killed. The ratio between the number of officers and number of soldiers now is 1 is to 13. So this is before the battle, after battle. Ratios are given. Find number of officers and soldiers in the regiment before the battle. Right. So let me take the two cases. Before the battle, let number of officers be 3x because 3 is to 31 is the mention. So let number of officers is equal to 3x and number of soldiers, that is equal to 31x, right? Again, after the battle, ratio is given because after the battle 6 officers and 22 soldiers were killed. That means after the battle, the number of officers, if you observe, previous one is 3x, in that 6 were killed, no, so minus 6. Then after the battle, number of soldiers, and 31x, no, minus 22, right? This is a statement. Now based on this, so after the battle the ratio is given, that means 3x minus 6. So then 3x minus 6 divided by 31x minus 22, is this exactly equal to 1 is to 13? That means 1 by 13. We can simplify, we'll get x value by substituting here, we'll get the values. Right, that is, so by cross multiplication 13 3s. So 39x minus again 13 into 6. So 18 1 78. Again 31x minus 22. Take the terms one side. 31 minus 39 minus 31. So 8x 78 minus 22. Take other side. So 56. Then x is equal to 7. X value got 7. So therefore we can find out the number of officers and soldiers. They are asking number of officers and soldiers in the regiment before the battle. So therefore number of officers 3x. So 3 into 7. So 21. Then number of soldiers, that is 31x. 31 into 7. So 217. These are the values. According to the statement, you can make the steps clearly. Then what ratio is given, that you can make it equate. Then by cross multiplication, you can find out this. Right? So the main basic things in from the ratio. Then type of ratios like composition of ratios, compound, duplicate. Those terms I'll explain now. Composition of the ratios. So when you see this topic, let me show the types of ratios in this specially. So in numerical problems, we'll use this concept. First one, the compound ratio. Compound. In this compound ratio, this is nothing but two or more ratios is there. The ratio between product of their antecedents to the product of their consequence. Let us take A is to B is one ratio and C is to D is one ratio. If you want to find out the compound ratio for this, product of their antecedents, so A into C, to product of their consequence, antecedents and consequence, so B into D. That means that is AC is to BD is the compound ratio of A is to B and C is to D. Any number of ratios, all the antecedents you can multiply, consequent you can multiply, first to the second. There is nothing but compound ratio, right? And next one, based on this compound ratio, we have the duplicate, some other types. First one here, that means based on this compound ratio, so duplicate ratio. In this, so duplicate ratio of A is to B. So A is to B is one ratio, right? So duplicate ratio is same compound ratio of A is to B, and again A is to B. If you take A square is to B square, you'll get duplicate ratio of A is to B is equal to A square is to B square, right? Same number, square it is. Same way the word triplicate, this is 2, so 2 power 2 it is. So in that way you can remember. Next one, triplicate ratio. So same method you will apply it. So A is to B is the ratio, right? 3 times, that means A power 3 is to B to the power 3. Okay, this is come under triplicate ratio. Even you can take some examples. So for this duplicate ratio, if it is 2 is to 3, then 2 square is to 3 square. That is 4 is to 9 is the duplicate ratio of 2 is to 3. Same way if it is 2 is to 3, that is 2 cube is to 3 cube. That is 8 is to 27 is the triplicate ratio of 2 is to 3, right? And next, based on this duplicate and triplicate, we have sub, one more word, fourth one, sub duplicate. Sub duplicate ratio. Here is, instead of squaring, we'll go for square root. That's no difference. For any ratio of A is to B, then this sub duplicate ratio is square root of A is to square root of B, right? And observe the same, that is a triplicate ratio we understood. Now sub triplicate. So in sub triplicate ratio, for any ratio of A is to B, that is cube root here. So cube root of A is to cube root of B. Is a square and cube, a square root and cube root. That's only duplicate, triplicate versus and subduplicate and subtriplicate. Remember this. Again, one more we have. And sixth one, reciprocal ratio. In this reciprocal ratio, just we know that just only interchanging numerator and denominator reciprocal. So A is to B is the ratio. Then reciprocal is 1 by A is to 1 by B. That is nothing but B is to A. So reciprocal ratio is just interchanging antecedent and consequent, interchange the position. That's only a reciprocal ratio. Right? These are the main 6 types we can use in this composition of ratios. Let us see the problems and some word problems, numerical sums based on this all. Proportion and continued proportion. Before solving some problems, let us see the basics in this. When you come to this proportion, let A, B, C, D. So non-zero quantities. So not equal to 0. A, B, C, D are said to be in proportion. So only if first two numbers A is to B is equals to C is to D. First two numbers ratio is exactly equal to third and fourth number ratio. Then A, B, C, D are in proportion. And when you come to this continued proportion, so this continued proportion is only three numbers, three non-zero quantities, only A, B, C are non-zero quantities are said to be continued proportion only if A by B is equals to B by C, or A is to B is exactly equal to B is to C, means first and second quantity ratio is exactly equal to second and third quantity ratio. Right? If the ratio of the first to the second is same as the ratio of second to third, this is the continued proportion. So these are the difference. Remember, proportion is four numbers are in proportion when first two quantities ratio is exactly equal to third and fourth, last two quantities ratio. Continued proportion is first to second and second to third should be equal. Right. Let us see the problems also based on this. Whenever they're asking, first one is the fourth proportional to 3, 6 and 4.5. Fourth you have to find out. So 3, 6, 4.5. Let fourth one be x. Now these four are in proportion. They mention proportional. Already they are in proportion. So if they are already in proportion, then first two ratio, first two numbers. So 3 is to 6 is equals to 4.5 is to x. You can solve this. 3 by 6 is equals to 4.5 by x. Cross multiply or simplify, 3 times 2. Cross multiplication, then x is equals to 9. Right? There is a fourth proportional. And same way, the mean proportional between 6.25 and 0.16. Whenever they can see the word mean proportional, that means only the middle number, that is 6.25 comma x comma 0.16 are in proportion. Now this is about continued proportion because only for the mean proportion, right? So mean proportional between these two, let be x. Take this x in the middle. Now these three means 6.25 is to x is equals to x is to 0.16. That is the mean proportional. You can take the proportionality rule. That means here is 6.25 by x is equal to x divided by 0.16. Do cross multiplication. X square is equal to 6.25 into 0.16. That is x is equal to square root of 6.25 into again square root of 0.16. If you can simplify this here. So 6.25, that is 2.5 and this is 0.4 equals to 1. X is 1, that's a value, right? Next one, third proportional to 1.2 and 1.8. Let me take this. Third proportional to 1.2. So 1.2 comma 1.8 let be third one be x. Okay, when only 3 are there, they are in continued proportion. Remember this. So we can, as per the rule, 1.2 is to 1.8 is equals to 1.8 is to x. Then use the rule like 1.2 divided by 1.8 is equals to 1.8 divided by x. From this, then x is equals to 1.8 into 1.8 divided by 1.2. Just simplify everything, you'll get answer 2.7. So that is the value of the x, right? Whenever they're asking fourth proportional, mean proportion, third proportional, you can use these problems in this type. And we have one more question in the same proportional concept of the proportional. The question is, what should be added to each of the numbers so that the resulting numbers are in continued proportion? What should be added? So let x be added. So let x be added to each number. Then 13 plus x, comma, 17 plus x, comma, again 22 plus x are in continued proportion. Then as per the continued proportion rule is the first to second quantity ratio is as equal to second to third, right? So 13 plus x by 17 plus x is equal to 17 plus x by 22 plus x. Do cross multiplication and simplify. Cross multiplication, this is 13 plus x into 22 plus x is equals to 17 plus x into 17 plus x, that is the whole square. And here is LHS, you can simplify first term into this both, second term into this both. Then if you get 286 plus 35x plus x square, a plus b whole square formula. So 289 plus 34x plus x square. Cancel this x square both the sides. Take x terms one side and simplify, get x is equal to 3. Right, 34 take left side, 286 right side. So x value is 3. This is the way what should be added. They mentioned what should be subtracted, means you can take the minus sign. Okay, I'm not telling that sum. And most important thing is proportion, that K method. One sum I'll show here. If A, B, C, D are in proportion, then prove that A by B by C by D is equal to square root of 3A square plus 8B square by 3C square plus 8D square. This is called the alternative method or K method. Okay, see the step by step. Here is the given condition is A, B, C, D are in proportion. That means A by B is equals to C by D. Let it be K. Right? Let A by B is equal to C by D, already you know that is equal to K. Now first one, A by B is equals to K, right? So from this, A is equals to B into K, and C divided by D is equals to K. From this, C is equals to DK. Now in LHS, RHS, wherever A and C are there, this you can replace. Okay. First let us find out the LHS part. So in LHS, A minus B by C minus D. A, in the place of A and C, you can replace this. So in the place of A, BK minus B as it is. In the place of C, DK minus D. Then let me take K common. Or else you can take the B common in this. B is the common. Then K minus 1 by D is the common here is K minus 1. K minus 1 get cancelled. Then B by D we got, let be equation 1. Then we got LHS. RHS also if we get same, that is hence proved. Now when you come to this RHS, square root of 3a square plus 8b square by 3c square plus 8d square. Same replace. So by replacing entire the LHS and RHS in terms of B and D only getting. Same way here. Instead of AC, we can replace this. So 3 into, instead of A, BK square plus 8 B square as it is, divided by 3. Instead of C, again this dk square plus 8 D square. Simplify and take the common. Here simplify B k whole square. So B square and K square. So just take the B square common. Then becomes 3K square plus 8 divided by D square is the common in this. Again 3K square plus 8. Here if you observe, this get cancelled. Now this we can write square root of B by D whole square. Right. Square and square root cancel, then that is B by D equation 2. Right. So from equation 1 and 2, here is LHS is equal to RHS. Hence proved. So this is the K method. Even for continued proportion also, this K method or alternate method you can apply to solve the any problems. And next, the important thing, we continue some important properties of the proportion and some applications on those also. We will continue. Important properties of proportion. So if four quantities like A, B, C and D form a proportion, that means A is to B is equal to C is to D. We already studied. If A, B, C are in proportion, then A is to B is equals to C is to D. Now based on this, how to find some more properties of this proportion. So using this we can obtain, using these properties of fractions, some of these proportions are given. So that means using this concept like A is to B is equal to C is to D only, how to make other properties. So let me show you one by one. First one is invertendo. Invertendo. Now we have the 5 properties, because based on this next we will continue some problems or applications also based on this. First remember, if A, B, C, D are in proportion, then A is to B is equal to C is to D. Then invertendo means if A is to B is equals to C is to D, then invert, that means B is to A is equals to D is to C. If you reverse, invert this side, it also must be changed. B is to A is equal to D is to C. This is invertendo. And alternando. Alter. Alternando. So in this, if same rule, if A is to B is equal to C is to D, then alter. So antecedent with this, that means A is to C is equals to B is to D. It will be equal. If this is exist, this also will existed. That means invertendo, just remember, according to the words is easy. Just invert, reverse it is. Change the position, reciprocal, right? And alternando is antecedent with this second ratio antecedent. Join, make one ratio, other two. And along with this, third one is componendo. And componendo is if A is to B is equals to C is to D, then component is adding A plus B is to B is exactly equal to C plus D is to D. Adding the first one and second one divided by same denominator, A plus B and C plus D. Even A plus B is to B is equal to C plus D is to D is exactly equal to this ratio. Component is numerator plus denominator, same denominator again, remember. And fourth one is dividend. Component is the plus, right? So dividend is the minus. That means same. If A is to B is equals to C is to D, then, and here is a subtraction, that is A minus B is to B is equals to C minus D is to D. Same, maintain the bracket. Remember the method here. Invertendo just reciprocal, alternando with this first one. Component dividend is one is addition, one is subtraction. Same denominators. BD as it is. Next fifth one is third and fourth together we can make the fifth. That is componendo and dividendo combined. So componendo and dividendo rule. Dividendo. So in this, if A is to B is equals to C is to D, then A plus B is to A minus B is exactly equal to C plus D is to C minus D. You can take one example and check, will be same it is. So A is to B is equal to C is to D, then addition, denominator, subtraction. A plus B by A minus B is equal to C plus D by C minus D. Okay, these are the 5 rules we'll apply in these applications. Just only these 5 rules remember. How to apply these 5 rules in the numerical or direct application problems I will show now. Direct applications. So by using these properties of proportions, how to solve the problems by using this component and dividendo rules, alternando, invertendo, let us see now. The question is 8x plus 13y divided by 8x minus 13y is equal to 9 by 7. Find x is to y. If you observe 8x 13y, same terms with opposite sign, plus and minus. No? So you can take the component and dividend rule now. So let me take this 8x plus 13y divided by 8x minus 13y is equals to 9 by 7. Now by applying component and dividend rule, by component and dividend rule. Component and dividend rule, as we discussed previous, if A is to B, like rule is if A by B is equals to C by D, then A plus B by A minus B is equal to C plus D by C minus D, right? So this is numerator and denominator is equal to RHS also numerator by denominator. Now by using this component dividend rule, you can make complete numerator plus denominator. So 8x plus 13y plus 8x minus 13y, numerator plus denominator, divided by numerator 8x plus 13y minus of this 8x minus into minus plus 13y. Same way RHS C plus D by C minus D. So numerator 9 plus 7 by 9 minus 7. Because you have to find out finally x is to y. That means x divided by y you have to find out. So you can cancel minus 13y plus 13y minus 8x plus 8x. Then 8x plus 8x. So 16x divided by 13 plus 13. So it's a 26y is equal to 9 plus 7. And 16 by 9 minus 7 is 2. You can now from this you have to find out x divided by y. From this only x by y is equal to 16 divided by 2. 16 by 26, now take this side, 26 by 16. You can simplify this, 16 cancel, 2 1s are 2, 13. So 13 divided by 1. So therefore x is to y is equal to 13 is to 1. So component and dividend rule we applied in this to cancel directly instead of taking alternate method like cross multiplication to make lengthy. So we can use these applications of this proportions. Right. See the one more problem. Let's go for lengthy one. This is the question. If second one, if p is equal to 4xy by x plus y, find the value of p plus 2x by p minus 2x plus p plus 2y by p minus 2y. Should not substitute the p value directly in this. So you cannot get that directly, it's lengthy. We should use for the component or applying component and dividend rule. Like a given value, p is equals to 4xy by x plus y. If you observe what you have to prove, p plus 2x and p minus 2x, 2x is there. So this I can write from this 4xy, if we take 2xy, this I can write 2x into 2y. 4xy is nothing but 2x into 2y by x plus y. 1 2x you can take down of the p denominator. So p by 2x is equals to 1 more 2y and x plus y is here. Now for this you can apply the component dividend rule. So now apply component do and dividend do rule. Direct shortcut. Component dividend rule you can apply for this. That means this becomes p plus numerator plus denominator by p minus 2x is coming like this is equals to 2y plus x plus y by 2y minus of x plus y, so minus y. We can simplify 2y plus x plus y, so 3y plus x by 2y minus y, so y minus x. Let be equation 1, right? Same way we required p plus 2y by p minus 2y, right? So here p divided by, from this same statement, 2y can take denominator. So p divided by 2y is equals to 2x by x plus y. Now by applying component and dividend rule. So by applying component do and dividend do rule, then this becomes p plus 2y by p minus 2y. So 2x plus x plus y by 2x minus x of plus y, so minus y. Cancel this. 2x plus x. 3x plus y by x minus y. This will let be second equation. Y minus x, no, you can take minus of 3x plus y by y minus x, you can write. X minus y, if you write y minus x, minus you can take common. Equation 2. So we supposed to find out this value. So LHS means first equation plus second equation. First one plus second one if you take, then p plus 2x by p minus 2x plus p plus 2y by p minus 2y. That is equals to RHS you can add. 3y plus x by y minus x plus minus of 3x plus y by y minus x. Same denominator, no? So 3y plus x minus 3x minus y divided by y minus x. Simplify 3y minus y, so 2y minus 2x by y minus x. Take 2 common, y minus x by y minus x. If we cancel this, you'll get the 2 is equals to 2, right? So this is the way we are supposed to do by observing the question. Same denominator, numerator and denominator with opposite signs. So you have to go for this component and dividend rule method. One more important question as I'll show in this topic. The questions are like this. You can expect this type of problems. So here is the x is equals to square root of 3a plus 2b plus square root of 3a minus 2b by root 3a plus 2b minus root 3a minus 2b. We have to prove this. So in this, you should take this given part and you have to prove this. So we can write the question, opposite same terms, opposite sign in between. So I can use this component and dividend rule. So x means x divided by 1 I can write, and this is square root of 3a plus 2b plus square root of 3a minus 2b divided by square root of 3a plus 2b minus square root of 3a minus 2b. Now by applying component and dividend rule, now apply component do and dividend do rule. So by applying that, numerator plus denominator, so LHS x plus 1 by x minus 1, numerator plus denominator, by numerator minus denominator. Same way this, complete numerator plus denominator, writing clearly here, square root of 3a plus 2b plus square root of 3a minus 2b plus denominator square root of 3a plus 2b minus square root of 3a minus 2b divided by square root of 3a plus 2b plus square root of 3a minus 2b, minus of denominator. Square root of 3a plus 2b minus of minus no, it's plus square root of 3a minus 2b. Now we can go for cancelling. So minus and plus root 3a minus 2b minus this one cancel. Same terms with opposite sign you can cancel. Then here is by adding this both. So 2 times 2 into square root of 3a plus 2b by same 2 times square root of 3a minus 2b. Even you can cancel 2 to this side. So x plus 1 by x minus 1. Now you can do squaring on both sides. Right? Just you can go for squaring on the both the sides. So this side whole square and this side whole square. Same way squaring on both the sides if you do. Square and square root cancel is the formula x plus 1 whole square. So x square plus 2x plus 1 by x square minus 2x plus 1. And here is 3a plus 2b by 3a minus 2b because square and square root cancel. Right? Now again by applying component dividend rule. Again you have to apply. Second time. Apply again component do and dividend rule. That means entire numerator plus denominator. That means x square plus 2x plus 1 plus x square minus 2x plus 1 divided by x square plus 2x plus 1 minus of x square plus 2x minus 1 because minus of this. Same way this side 3a plus 2b plus 3a minus 2b by 3a plus 2b minus of 3a plus 2b, it is minus a cancel. Now some cancellations will go here. So plus 2x minus 2x, right? Plus x square minus x square. Here also minus 2b plus 2b minus 3a plus 3a. So after cancellation, if you write the remaining part, so remaining x square plus x square plus 1 plus 1. Take the 2 common. X square plus 1 by 2x plus 2x. 4x. Yeah, plus 1 minus also cancel. 4x it is. 3a plus 3a. Okay, 6a by 2b plus 2b is 4b. Cancel more. 4 and 4 you can cancel. 2 ones are 2 threes are. Finally, x square plus 1 by x is equals to 3a by here is a b is left. Right. You can go for the cross multiplication and get the answer. So finally 2b is 4 get cancelled, right? 2b plus 2b 4b. 4 get cancelled. 2 ones are 2 threes are. Then finally you can go for the cross multiplication. So bx square plus b is equals to 3ax. Take all the terms one side. Then bx square minus 3ax plus b is equal to 0. So this only is supposed to prove it. Right? So this is the important questions in this concepts. First you have to apply component dividend rule by applying seeing the problem. Again, if the same terms with opposite sign is supposed to apply again. So you can expect the similar questions. You just practice the given, and you can see the links in description below for the assignment and question bank material. Those are watching first time, you can subscribe to our channel and follow the content in order.